How do you market? How do you attract partners and members to participate in the business week? And what strategies in the recent past have you found most effective in growing this idea that you have? Right? Yeah.
So thank you so much for that. I'll do a brief introduction on exactly what Business Week Africa is, and then I get to answering. So my name is Salma Ibrahim. I'm a journalist by profession, by the way. So I've done journalism ever since I cleared university. But then when COVID hit, everyone was home and we were all just trying to think about hobbies that we can go into and all that. And I wanted to start a business with a friend of mine called Ahmed. And very quickly into trying to get into entrepreneurship, I realized that being a journalist, I have zero knowledge on how to run a business because there were so many things that were coming up. So number one, how do I pay my taxes? How do I make sure that a customer is a returning customer and not just a one-time customer? How do I understand the policies that are used to run the businesses? How do I even attract those customers? There were so many questions around this. And coming up with Business Week Africa was just a way of me trying to learn how to do business better. And one thing I usually tell everyone is I'm the biggest beneficiary of Business Week Africa, because at Business Week Africa, what we offer is knowledge, skills, networks, and opportunities for entrepreneurs to just learn how to do businesses better. And just going on the journey of learning how to do business better, I wanted to like now take other people on the journey with me, because every time I was inquiring from even people who are in business and people who are in idea stage trying to get into business, there was always hunger for knowledge. There was, oh, okay, when you find that out, please let me know. Or when you find out how to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, please let me know how to do it. So I realized very quickly into it that so many other entrepreneurs across the people that I knew also were hungry for knowledge and skills, just trying to understand how to do businesses better. So that's how Business Week Africa came along. We were Nairobi Business Week at first, but then when we did our first ever event, so doing the events was just a way of bringing other entrepreneurs together in the same room and just learning from each other, just trying to understand, okay, how do you do this? This is how I do this. So how do you do this? How can I do this? Like just bringing entrepreneurs together to be able to understand how we can be able to do business better. The first event we ever did was Nairobi Business Week. And that comes back to me answering the question that you asked me about the strategies that we use to attract people to come into either the ecosystem or into our events. The first thing when it comes to attracting people to come either to your event or to join your ecosystem, whether it's an association, whether it's a membership club, I think the first thing that comes to my mind is the value you're offering. So the first thing is just trying to understand what value exactly am I offering the people who I'm telling to come and buy into my service or my product. So understanding the value that you bring to the table is very important, because that's what you're going to be offering people who come and buy into your idea. So for me, the value that we were offering as Nairobi Business Week at the time was, we are offering you a platform to come and learn how to do business better. So gain the knowledge and the skills that you need to be able to run your business, and in turn, just be able to grow the revenues. So that's the first thing that I would speak about. Just offer value, understand what value it is you bring to the table, and after you understand it, that's what you use to present to your potential target audience. The second thing is, so I come from a generation where our concentration span, I really don't know why, but we have a very short concentration span. And most of the time, if you want to like drill information into some people in our generation, you have to be able to create activities or things that they can do that are very engaging and that are interesting to them. So just trying to understand what ways or what activities can I build that would be attractive enough for the people I'm trying to attract to come on board. So if it's for the events, what activities are we doing in the events that would be very interesting for people to come in and join, and what value are they getting from it? For example, in our events, we usually offer masterclasses and trainings, yes, but after the masterclass or the training, what we do is we have physical activities that people are able to engage in to just be able to engage in, to be able to apply what you have learned during the session. For example, when we are maybe teaching about content marketing, we usually advise our attendees to come in with their products or a representation of your service, so that we can be able to, after learning how to market your products or your goods through content marketing, you're able to create that content using the products and services that you offer. So if you're selling maybe phones, we tell you, please come with the product that you have, and then after you go through the masterclass, you're able to actually create the content on ground. If we're talking about strategy, immediately after having your strategy session, you're able to sit down with fellow entrepreneurs and come up with strategies that you will use after. So
Right there and then at the event
right there
before
and
you
then,
leave.
yes, after the masterclass,
Nice.
they're able to
Okay.
have like very engaging sessions where people can be able to just do all these things physically, just for them to be able to apply whatever it is that they've learned during the session. So the second one is just creating activities, sorry, or engaging things that the people in your community or the people attending your events can be able to do, so that they can be able to practice whatever it is that they're learning and just be able to grow. And then the third thing that I would like to speak about when it comes to also attracting and just keeping people in the ecosystem is value exchange.
Mm.
So when we are together in an ecosystem, understanding exactly what you do and exactly what the people in the ecosystem do is a very good opportunity for them to be able to have value exchange and collaborations. So for example, in business, you're told when you go into business, you hire your weaknesses. So that's the same thing that we adopt when it comes to now collaborations and value exchange within the members of the community. So when forming collaborations, it's also understanding what value you offer and what weakness it is that you have in the business, and then doing value exchange with members who are able to offer you things that you're a little bit not weak in, but need help in. For example, if you have people in your ecosystem who are very, very good in legal, you can
Right.
be able to do value exchange with people who are very good maybe in marketing or communication. You're able to
Right.
do value exchange. For example, in business, the one of the biggest problems that we have is financial. So when an entrepreneur is like, okay, me, I don't have a legal team because I don't have money to
Mm.
employ a legal team or anything, you have a
Yes.
legal person in your ecosystem, and the legal person maybe is looking for, how do I market my business, because I don't like, my knowledge in marketing is a little bit low. So that value exchange of being able to say, me as Salma Ibrahim, I'm very good at communication and marketing, so I can be able to do marketing for your legal firm while you offer me the legal support that I need for my business as well. So
Yeah.
value exchange. And when it comes to value exchange, one thing we usually say is, please do your due diligence before going into either collaboration with someone or going into what is it called, going into agreements with people who are also in the ecosystem. So those are the three things that we really prioritize when it comes to building the ecosystems that we have built over the 2 years. We're turning 2 years in November, by the way, November 14th.
Oh,
So
good stuff.
it's just a journey of me trying to understand how to do business better, and bringing together other entrepreneurs who are also trying to understand how to do business better. So providing them with the knowledge and skills they need to run their businesses. So we've been able to grow the business, and rebrand from Nairobi Business Week to Business Week Africa, because we've been having a lot of inquiries also from other cities. So we
Yeah.
are currently in 5 other cities digitally. So
Mm.
during our digital master classes, we're able to also offer the value to the people in the other existing cities. And one of the things that we do is we have our annual summit, where we are able to bring all these entrepreneurs from either Nairobi or all these other cities around the continent together, just to be able also to network, to be able to form collaborations, to be able to learn from industry leaders, and just to be able to see how can we grow our businesses, because actually over 80% of the employment from the continent stems from entrepreneurship. So if we are able to actually empower entrepreneurs to be able to do business better, we're able to grow our economies even better from that. So that's a snippet of the journey of building Business Week Africa.